So in today's worth in a video, I'm going to be looking at the HF-24 Marut, and this vehicle is very interesting because it is about rated of 7.7 right now. And basically, if this thing stays at 7.7, it blows every 7.7 out of the water. Remember, this is the battle rating of the F-80. You have ME-262s, and this vehicle is just sitting over here, almost able to go Mach 1, and it has four 30mm 8-inch cannons. So if this thing stays, which I highly doubt, there's no way. No way. I would almost like say, I would almost like bet to somebody that like there's no way this thing stays like 7.7. And we're making this video on May 20th. So the event starts on May 22nd. So we have to see if that changes or anything. I highly expect it does. But as of right now, this vehicle is insane. And maybe that's what they're trying to do. Maybe they're trying to entice some people to actually grind this thing out, because I think the HF-24 in the Marut basically is one of the like weakest vehicles you could ever put to the game. I'm sorry. Go Google this thing. Look at the images for just Google. You will barely find any images on this vehicle. And overall, people just don't care about this thing. And that's quite sad because in my opinion, it actually looks like a pretty decently good jet. Like, I assume if we take the battle rating, so 7.7 right now, I would probably say 8.7. Maybe if it's a little bit worse, 8.3. But it's still on the same performance level as like a MiG-15 and an F-86 Sabres. So I very much assume it's going to be at those battle ratings. And I don't think it'll go to 9.0 is because it's not really equivalent to a Hunter either. But we'll have to see. So basically, what the Marut does is that you have a vehicle with four 30mm 8-inch cannons. As you can also see right here, you have these weird looking rocket pods in the center. We'll show that off whenever we test drive it. But the big factor to me, at least, for this vehicle is that if this thing stays at 7.7, this guy right here is going to be actually pretty amazing at cast. So you have some options you can actually bring. You can actually bring four 1,000-pound bombs plus the rocket pods in the center. You can also bring these like huger rockets right here, the Nessers, the 240s. This one has 65 millimeters of overpressure damage, which is actually pretty nice. The other rockets, I'd probably say I would actually just like not do them because, like, as you see right here, I mean, you get 122 of them. But I mean, to me at least, like you're guaranteed kills with these 1000s. These rockets down here, I'm not really sure exactly how they're going to perform. And well, in ground RB sense, like if you're using rockets right, sometimes you just have to ditch them because you get into a dogfight. But with the bombs, I've been able to just go bomb somebody and then I just had that weight removed basically. So to me at least, this Marut is a very interesting little guy because it's at a battle rating, at least right now, that I think's insane for it, and maybe that's how they entice people to do it. But it's also such a forgettable aircraft. Like, there's just really nothing special about this thing. It literally just looks like a Hunter. Like, we've had vehicles like the Swift, we've had the Hunter F1, we've had vehicles which have these four 30mm 8-inch cannons, and well, I mean, that's basically what it is. But yeah, let's get on to the test drive and let's see how the Marut does. Alright, so we have the Marut here. Sadly, I'm not able to put just 20 minutes of fuel in this thing because the default loadout is like the fuel pods or whatever, so that's kind of sad for it. But as you can see right here, this thing looks pretty interesting. I mean, like, the acceleration from the low end is not the best in the world. Like, I've definitely seen way better than this. But the thing about taking off with the Marut, or the HF-24, is that the front landing gear is a little bit weird. And if you try to take off, you're going to start scraping the ground if you don't watch out. So yeah, I can definitely see why this vehicle is not the best in the world back in the day, but definitely is a little bit interesting. So the thing is that these fuel pods weigh us down. They also give us a lot more drag, so we're just gonna get rid of them as for now. We have 9 minutes and 44 seconds of fuel left, so that's basically all that I can really show. But the thing is that this vehicle so far, like test flying this thing, it definitely feels like it struggles at the low end of getting speed. And so, like, once you get past probably, like, let's say, like, right now, like, the 430s, somewhere in there, the miles per hour, this thing feels a lot better accelerating. And there's an interesting thing, and this is why this vehicle is not going to be 7.7, is, like, watch once we get to its top speed, what happens to this vehicle whenever we turn. It doesn't really lose that much energy, which is quite crazy for this battle rating bracket if they're going to remain it at 7.7, which I highly doubt. But this vehicle basically should get almost to Mach 1. It was one of those types of vehicles of where they planned for it to be Mach 1, and sadly, it just never was. So that's always quite sad for it. But, like, this is a speed of where you should probably stay at in the Marut. And, like, look at this. Any other jet at this, like, speed would start compressing. And it would make you miss shots. Like, the Hunter F1, for example, is a very, very keen vehicle with this. Like, yeah, it's good to have, up in these like speeds and everything. But you start compressing and we turned around so we can actually go after like a target. So we got see if we can like zoom up to that MiG-15 up there. But your top speed is going to be around like 691, I do believe. And that's basically where we're going to top out at. Or we went a bit faster, so 696, 97, 98, 99, 700. So we're Mach 0.92 on the deck. I don't think there's a single 7.7. Like, there's 6.7 vehicles. You're going to face props. You're going to face props in this thing, man. Yeah, this thing that's staying. But yeah, as you say, there's a MiG-15 up there. We will basically be able to zoom after him because this thing has pretty good engines for it. But as you can see, even if we like turn right here, I mean, we lose quite a bit of energy if we actually just like do full elevator. But honestly, we're not losing that a ton, which the energy retention on this thing actually feels pretty nice. But the benefit of a vehicle like this is that you have 4 30mm aided cannons with 520 rounds of ammo. So basically what that means is that you can spray basically all that you would want to, which is always pretty interesting. But yeah, I mean, overall, this vehicle seems like it's going to be pretty all right. Definitely, it does not want to compress, which is a very huge thing for a vehicle like this. I mean, it compresses a little bit right there, but I mean, like in this sort of turn right here. I mean, look at this, 11G. And honestly, we don't even lose that much speed. We're easy for this vehicle. But I guess the hidden factor about this vehicle is that you actually have a rocket pod. And well, I really wouldn't say these rockets are good for much because they basically act like a shotgun. So as you can see, there's like the BMPs up here. These guys right here, you can shoot at them and it's kind of just random. So it shoots off like 5 rockets at a time. So if you have 50, you'd have like, oh, wow, look at that. You'd have so many trigger pulls, right? So honestly, I don't really know. I mean, you can go for like MBTs for this sort of rockets, but as you can see, like it's a little bit hard to hit if you're having to shoot 5 of them at the same time. You're kind of just having to rely on a little bit of luck and just see if the thing can hit it. But yeah, as you can see, you can just spam these. I mean, it's pretty interesting. Doesn't have a ballistic computer or anything, so you do have to use the Mark 1 eyeball to shoot at stuff, which is a little bit struggling for some. But yeah, the energy retention for this thing just feels crazy. I mean, look at this, 12G pull, and we didn't lose that much energy. We're still at the like 600s. So yeah, I think this thing is going to be actually pretty decent, even if they put this thing up to 8387. Like, we're going to show you something after we get done test flying this thing for a second. Is that like it's kind of crazy that that this vehicle, and we'll go ahead and leave right quick. I think it's got a no, it doesn't even have a thing. But it's quite crazy for this vehicle to be 7.7 whenever you can go to like France right here. These guys right here, the Mystères, 8.0, 20mm cannons, way slower than that Marut. We go to even the Mystère B2. It's not even that great either. The Mystère, this one right here, the 8.7 one, got 2 Defa cannons, which are basically Aidens. And it's almost to the same speed as the Marut. So yeah, I don't expect this thing to stay. Like, there's no way this thing stays at 7.7. I'm just sorry. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and sub to the channel. It is always very much appreciated. And what do you guys think about the Marut? Are you actually going to grind this thing out? Are you just going to buy it off the market? Or do you even care about an Indian jet that really, I don't know, to me at least, is not hugely popular, sadly?